Hello. Hello.
Hi Nasir, salam.
Hello. Hi, Praveen.
How are you doing?
Fine. And you?
I'm good actually. Who's your father now?
Okay. We should start. Should we continue the
No
session
problem.
in English or in Urdu? Which is good for you?
English is okay. Urdu, I'm not that good at. Hindi, I'm okay with it.
Okay. Okay. So we should continue the concerned topic that is regarding to SAP FI. So you are well aware of SAP functional modules and SAP technical module. Are you aware of this?
What is the difference between?
Okay, I will make it clear. Okay. There are two type of training. Okay. One is for specified for functional modules, and the second is for technical modules. In functional modules, we complete the training, or we continue, or we do the training of SAP FI, SAP MM, SAP PP, SAP SD. So these all are functional modules. SAP CO. Okay, finance. SAP FI stands for financial. SAP MM
Financial,
for material management. SAP P
material management,
for production
production
planning. SD for sales and distribution, and SAP
distribution,
CO stand for controlling, means cost
control.
and management accounting. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
In SAP technical modules, we discuss, or we do the training of our technical side, technical type of module, as like a BEP, advanced business application programming, basis consultancy, basis training. Okay, this is basis training. Means the person who get the training of basis module, he is called admin guy, administrator. Okay, so these fields, I mean these modules are technical type of module, as like SAP PW ANA. Okay,
Okay.
so there are different modules. Okay, in SAP technical side, and in SAP functional side, there are a lot of modules. Okay, SAP FI,
Okay.
PP, SD, CO, PS.
I have one question. You
Yeah.
want me to note down this two, three things, or you already have in notes which you will share me after lecture?
Listen me carefully. Whatever I'm writing I'm writing this on screen. Okay, I'm
Uh-huh.
writing this on screen. I will share this document. Okay, and other documents I will share you. Okay.
And you have a recording also, right? I can take
Yeah,
it
yeah,
down.
I am recording it. Okay. The recording is going on,
No
so I will
problem.
share the recording. Okay. So,
No
here.
problem. Thank you.
SAP stands for System Application and Product in Data Processing. Okay, that is easy. Now, what ERP stands for?
It is enterprise resource planning.
Enterprise, R for
Resource
resource,
planning.
and P for planning.
Planning.
Okay, it is the prime concern of any company, and it is the responsibility of any company. You know, there are giants, there are many multinational companies, big firms, big industries. So whatever is the company, either it is large, either it is small, or it is medium size. So the resources are limited for every company. Okay, resources are limited. Always it is considered that our resources are limited. So how to utilize those resources in a proper way, according to a systematic way, according to a complete system. So that is called SAP ERP, or maybe different ERP software. That's why different ERP software have been developed for enterprise resource planning, means to manage the resources in a proper way, so that the company or any business can generate maximum profit and maximum production. Okay. So it is the basic requirement of, it is the basic purpose of development of any business ERP. Are you getting me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So what is our today? What is our topic? I think our topic is SAP. Our module is SAP SD. Is it our module?
Yes.
Okay. So for starting the SAP SD module, there are prerequisites. Some of the prerequisites for starting this module, for starting the training of sales and distribution, we have to focus the basic enterprise structure in SAP. Basic enterprise structure. What does it mean? Basic enterprise structures of any module. So I will open another.
It's like, so it might be like we might have a single company of a single branch. Then it might be the one company having multi-branch or multi-country operations. Which means that is my guess.
Yeah, you're right. Here I will explain it clearly. Okay. Let's start the enterprise structures. It may be called. It is also called organization structure. Enterprise structure.
Correct.
Enterprise structure. The first entity, the first component of enterprise structure is client. It is the first component. Okay, the client. A client is at the top level at the enterprise structure hierarchy. Okay, client. After that, under client, there may be different group. Maybe different group. Group represent a company in SAP. Means company represents a group. Okay.
Correct.
Company here, company means group. Okay, group. Company means group here.
Group.
A group of entities. Under a group, there may be multiple company code. There may be multiple company codes.
Company code under
company code. Multiple company codes. Okay, multiple. There may be multiple company codes.
Yes.
Okay. For example, there is P001 as the first company. P002 is the another company. P003 maybe another company. Okay, so these. Okay. So here, under this group, there may be different company codes. Okay.
Correct.
Maybe different code. Company here. Company represents company. In SAP, we configure the company as a 6-digit alphanumeric key. Six digits alpha numeric key. Okay. Company is a 6-digit alphanumeric. There is coding name of any company. There is coding name of any company code. Okay. While company code, we specify company code 4-digit alphanumeric key. 4 digits. How many digits? 4 digits alphanumeric key.
4-digit alphanumeric.
Okay, 4 digits. Alphanumeric. What does it mean? Alphanumeric.
Alphanumeric is ABCD plus numbers.
Yeah, ABCD as like I put there P.
P as alpha
and 001 is numeric. Okay. So that's why we can put here alphanumeric. The same will be company. Company represent a group. Okay. So here Client is the responsibility of a basis consultant during during installation of the software, during installation of the SAP. Client put their 3-digit numeric key. Client is 3-digit, maybe 3000, maybe 100, maybe 200, maybe 900. Okay, maybe 800. Okay, different clients different clients are installed or configured for different purposes. Okay, here. Client. Under client, there may be different multiple codes. Okay. Whatever data that is maintained at client level, that is called a journal data. Journal data. Okay. Journal. And journal data, the data that is maintained at client level, that is called a journal data. And the journal data that is maintained at client level, that is accessible for all company code. Accessible for
like a universal data for the under client.
Yeah, that is called universal data. That is called journal data, accessible for all company codes under a client. Okay, under one client. Okay, maybe different things. Okay, under one client, not under a different client. Only under one client, accessible for those companies which are configured under one client, under one group. Those data that is maintained at client level will be accessible for all company codes under the same client. Okay. Now here. Did you get this all points?
Yes, I got it.
Okay.
So client is the main one. Then we have a company. Yeah. That is basically we'll have a different company code under a client.
Yeah.
So that the client will have a general data which is accessible to all different company codes under that.
Yeah. Okay. What will be the example as like customer address? Okay, customer address.
It's a general data.
That is a part of general data. So that is accessible. Any customer data that is managed at one company code level at on journal tab, in journal tab, under journal tab, general data tab, that is accessible, that is maintained at client level, and that is accessible in for all company code as like customer address. That is also
it is not repeating any other time.
Yeah.
So that will not get repeated for every client, every company code.
Yeah.
So that is repetition is common data.
Okay. So we don't need to repeat the data again and again because we save the storage device. Okay, the storage capacity.
Correct.
So here, company. Okay, that is client. So, for example, you will have to put there a company. Company name is here a group. Company represents group. Okay, here you will put the Pravin group of industries. Group of companies or group of industries. Okay, that is Pravin. Okay, I will put there PRV 007. How many digits are there?
It is total 7 letters.
7, not 7.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
maximum 6 digits, or I can put there P7. 2 digit I can put here at least 1 digit. Okay. Maximum 6 digits. Maximum 6 alphanumeric digits. Why? We can put minimum 1 digit. Okay.
One letter.
Okay. 1 letter or 1 digit. Yeah. So after first I will configure company, and then it is step 1. Okay. As according to my basic structure of my company code, step 1 is configuring the company. In step 2, I will configure the company code. Okay. Company code, I will put there as like P 4 digit P007. Okay. Pravin Biscuits Manufacturing, or maybe Pravin's Automobile. Okay, any company name. It will be the company code. Okay, that is my company code. My company code is 4-digit. Okay, I will configure this. In third step, what I will do? I will create the link of company and company code. How to create the link between these two?
So it will be created as a mapping. It is this company code is mapped to this company code.
Yeah, means this company code P007 Pravin Biscuit Manufacturing is the part of Pravin Group. Okay, that's why I will assign in third step. I will assign the company code. I will assign the company code to company means group. Company means your company means group. Why we do assign this? What is the purpose of assignment or assigning?
For a consolidated.
For consolidation. For consolidated financial statement.
Consolidated financial.
Okay, that's why we will have to assign. So that we can generate the combined means consolidated financial statement of both of company codes. Maybe they are P007, P001, P002, P003. There are different company codes. To get the combined statement, that is called consolidated statement, we have to assign these all company codes to this group. Okay, to group. Okay, to this group. We will assign these all company codes to this group. Okay, this group. If we do not assign any one of this, so that one will be left behind. That means the consolidated, this company will not take part in consolidation. The books of account will not be appeared in the consolidation.
It will not reflect.
Okay.
Correct.
Are you getting me? So we have to perform these 3 steps. Okay. While client is configured during the installation of software. Okay, client is configured during installation. A functional consultant doesn't need to. A functional consultant doesn't need to configure the client. Okay. Now I will try to open this. So here, you know, this is a SAP Easy Access screen that is used in different department, used by end users. Okay. This screen is for used for daily basis or transaction. Daily basis transaction. Okay. Means end user use this. Okay, this screen. It depends on their rights. Either is an accountant, so he will have the rights. Either is an HR department man, so he is working in HR department, he will get the rights of human resource. Okay. Do you have these all rights in your company?
Yeah.
Okay.
We currently use logistics, accounting, and currently we have not implemented human resources, but the rest of the models we are using it.
These two, you are using these two.
Yeah, FICO, accounting, inventory, production planning, material management.
Okay. So whatever you are talking about, all are existing in this. All are existing in these two modules. In these two into tabs. Okay, means 2 fields here.
Yes.
So it is called SAP Easy Access screen. Now we have to log into. Do you have the right? Do you have the user rights to use the SPROT code? SPRO.
No, I don't have.
Okay, this
Because
is
that is some restricted to the implementer as of now.
yeah.
So what we have access is only to the user modules.
End user modules. Okay. Okay. Do you have the SAP module wise BBP business blueprints, or maybe called predefined documents?
I can check. You want me to see my screen?
No, it is not appearing because I shared my screen. Only my screens appeared there. Okay, I will check that one. This thing of your company, business blueprints. Okay,
Blueprint might be there. Blueprint must be there.
Okay. Share me that if you don't mind. Share me this. I will check that what type of training should I give you? What type of training should I focus on? Okay. If you agree on this, okay. So it doesn't. I have many, but I don't. Okay, now here, SAP reference IMG. I put here SPRO, then I click on SAP reference IMG. Here, I will select this enterprise structures, click on this button, and then click on definition, then click on financial accounting. Here, you will maintain, you will configure the group, and here you will configure the company code, okay? This is the company, and this is the company.
First is a group. Yeah. Company code.
Here I put here PRV 007. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here I will put P001. Okay, P001. Okay. In this group, in the first company, SAP is implemented. Okay.
Correct.
So I will configure this. Okay. In SAP, I will click on define company. What it is called execute button. It is called execute button. This clockwise button is called execute button. Define company.
Yeah. You told me 2 buttons. One is execute, one is explorer.
Yeah, one is explorer and one is explorer. Here, these are the different company which have been configured by other trainees, by other people who are making practice on this. So at least there they define only by one digit. So we can define maximum 6 digit. Okay, I will click on new entries. To create new entry, new company, new group, I will select this one, the new entries. Then I will put here, I can put here 1 digit or maximum 6 digits, okay? I will put here PRV 007. PRV 007. Pravin Group of Industries. Pravin Group of, okay, I put there. I think we
created earlier.
Okay. In last topic I created there. Okay, so I will change it. No, a private group of industries. Okay, I will put here as like industries. Okay, PRV 007. Pravin group. PRAVIN Pravin group. Okay, so this here street. What is street? 12123 is the street, and PO box 6 digit 98754. These are the 6 digit. Postal code 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any 5 digit. City. That is in. City is Bombay. BOMBOY. Okay, I put there. And country is IN. And their language is EN. Why the books of accounts will be maintained in EN? Okay. Currency is INR. Okay. This is the currency.
No problem.
Okay. I put here, and then I click on enter. Okay. Specify field postal code with length 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will put 6. Means 6 digit. I put there 6 digit. Okay, means the postal code in India is maximum 6 digit. Okay. Now here, then I click on enter. All the information that I put here are correct. Okay, these type of informations are correct. Okay. Now Click on save button. Okay, it is transport request. Okay, that is generated at first when your ID is fresh and fresh ID, and you want to create the company or company code at first step. So this will be blank. This will be blank, and customization company, these two fields will be blank. Okay, for creating the new customization request, just click on this button, create request. And there you will put here only customizing. Okay, I put here. Okay, you can put there the activity that is performed, any customizing activity that is performed by you. You can put the name of that activity, but you should put here only customization. Okay, so that we can avoid again and again from this screen. Okay, from appearing this screen. Okay, this is. Here I will put the project name. Okay. Here I will put my ID is appearing here. Is appearing here. This is my ID. This is the username. This is the ID name. Okay. Just click on save button. Once a time you created it, again this screen will be appeared. So you will have to just click on enter again. Okay.
Continue or enter.
This is the group that you created. Okay. This is the group. The name of group. You put only the name. You did not customize anything else. You just put here the name, coding name, and this is this description name. Okay, that is the name in code. Okay, that is the description. Any name that is put in coding is called variant. Is called variant. Okay, it is a coding name. It may be called variant. Name in variant. Okay.
So is a code for a group.
Group, yeah, yes. This is the code for a group. PRV007 is the coding name. Means this is the complete name and this is the shortcut name. Okay.
Short name for representing that one.
Yeah, this is the short. Now this is created. Okay, it is appeared in the list of company that is created. Okay, so then go back. And now here I will try to create the company code here. Company code. Here, edit, copy, delete, check company code. What does it mean? Edit means if you created any company code, you want to edit that one, you can edit that one. And edit here in SAP, listen me carefully. In SAP, there are three words: edit, define, and maintain. And these words are used for creation. Okay, for creation. Okay, for creation. Edit means both to create new one or to edit the existing one. Okay, to create new one or edit the existing one. Okay, so you can here in SAP. Okay, here edit means either you are going to create a new one, either you want to change in the existing one. Okay, so edit. Copy means you want to copy the data from the already existing company into new company code. Okay, so that is delete means if you created some company code or any company code, you want to delete that company code in the same screen. You can delete. Okay. Check company code. For example, you created any company code. You want to check either I have created correctly or not. So you can use the same. Okay. Now here, I will click on the execute button. Just for, okay, the first step is used for copy, delete, check company code. If you already created, that is the first step is for existing one. And the second step is for use for creating the new one. Okay. So here you will use the edit company code, the new one. Okay. Just double click on that one. I double click on that one, the second option. And then these have been already created by someone others. Okay. Now just click on new entries for creating the new one. Company code, I will put there the company code P001. Okay, P001. That means Pravin. Okay, Pravin Biscuit Manufacturer. City. Mumbai. Now here, country, IN. Currency, INR. Language, EN. Okay. So if I put here different currency, that is USD. Okay. If I put here USD, what does it mean? My company code currency is USD. This company is situated in USA, while my group is situated in India. So the group is situated in India, while the company code is situated in USA. So I can put there the different currency for different company codes. Okay, and I can put the same currency if my company code is also situated in India. So it means both the group currency and company code currency both are same. Okay, it is called local currency. The company code currency is the local currency. Okay, the company code currency is the local currency. And the company, the group level currency, and the company currency is called group level currency. Okay. Click on it. Currency INR. Company code was okay. What does it mean? Currency is INR. Company code currency was changed. Company code currency was changed. What does it mean? I put here.
Okay. On that explanation.
I think I put okay. The same company code is already created. Okay, I will change it. Okay, I will put the another name. Okay, P0001 is already existing. Okay, P0001 may be already existing. P001 is already existing. I think. Yeah, this is already existing. Okay, I created this one Pravin Bike Private Limited. Okay, in my previous topic, in my previous lecture, I created this one. So I should create the new one. A new one means PR01. Okay, PR01. Remember this, my new company code name is PR01.
Correct. So we select the first correct.
Yeah. Language is the end. Okay. Now click on enter. Okay. If I click on enter, it means all data is valid. Okay. If I click on save, either I click on this button. Okay. This at the company, this tab, this address data is mandatory. If I want to save it, so the system will explore this screen in front of me. Okay. If just observe it. Now click on save button. Okay, this screen is appeared. Okay, automatically. So I will put here further detail, address detail. Okay, name.
Yes.
Title, company name is. That's why I am putting the name of Biscuit Manufacturing, because I already created the automobiles. Pravin Biscuit Manufacturing Limited. Okay. There is, what is this short term? This short term means PR01. If I put there PR01, so there must be.
Yes.
Okay. Street house.
More identity.
Yeah. Street house number. I put there the number of street house, and here I'll put postal code. And there I will put, it is required entry. Okay. It is required field. Country is required field. Okay. Mandatory field. Okay. Here, because tick is appearing here. There is a tick mark. Okay. So it is mandatory. It is required field. Now I will put here IN. So these are optional data. Either you are going to put this data or not. So it depends on you. Okay. These are optional data. Telephone, PO box, fax and fax. These are etc. Okay, extension. So I just click on enter. And okay, the use of last character is field name is restricted. Okay, then click on enter. Okay, so it is going to be saved. Now here data was saved. Data was saved. Okay, it means I created the company code. Okay, it means I created the company code. PR01 is the company code that I have created. Okay, so after this, the company code is created. What is the third step? Do you remember the first, second,
and third? Assign it.
Okay, now I will have to assign this. Okay, for consolidation. Okay, there is only definition. Here you will create different enterprise structures belonging to different modules. Okay, here you will create the enterprise structure of financial accounting in this tab, in this Explorer button. Here you will create there in this Explorer button controlling related, and this here logistic in this. Okay, so for creating the enterprise structures, you will have to follow this menu path: enterprise structure, then definition, and then you will select your own module. Okay, so for example, you have to assign any data relating to your enterprise structures, then click on enterprise structure, and the third step Explorer button is assignment. Here you can click on assignment, then click on financial accounting. Here assign a company code to company. Here you will put this is Explorer button. Okay, so these are all company codes. COCD means COCD stands for company code. Okay, so these are different company codes that have been already created. These have been already created by other guys. Okay, during practice. So company code COCD represents company code. Where is your company code that you created? So I will click on position. That will be pop up at that top level. Okay, so I will click on position. Here I will put the company code. What is my company code? That is our PR01. PR01, then click on enter. So that is my company code, and here that is my company. Okay, I will assign this company, means I am assigning the company code to company, means company code to group. Okay, both are linked here. I will click on company. Okay, one company code is can be assigned to different one company can be assigned to different company codes.
Multiple codes.
It means multiple codes.
But one company code.
Yeah, multiple company
codes. One company code cannot be assigned to multiple companies.
Yeah, and one, listen me, one company means multiple company codes can be assigned to one company.
Correct.
Okay.
Not vice versa.
Yeah. Here, I will put there.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
What is my group?
PRV007.
PRV007. Okay. This is the group. Okay, I double click on this one. Here it has appeared. Now click on enter and then click on save. It means company code is assigned to this group. For example, this company PSA company also belong to my group. So I can assign this company code to my group also. Okay. PR0007. But here, only here you assign this company code to this group. Can you assign this company code to this group? Or this PR group or this group? No, because only there is one field. For one company code, there is one field. Okay.
One, right.
Apart from this here. Definition, financial accounting. I perform this two activity here. The third one activity is regarding to business area. What is business area? So, okay, just review this document. Revive this document. Define a company. Define a company code. Assign company to company code. Here, that is here is define business area. Then we will discuss on segment. So, okay. So these are not important. as according to SD point of view, the most important things are these three things according to SD point of view. Okay, so I will discuss the business area. What is business area? What does it mean? Business area. For example, your management, directors, shareholders, or maybe external authority or maybe internal authority need the financial statement below the company code level. Below the company code level means business area wise. Okay, business area wise.
Correct.
Business area may represents business area is the area of activity, area of business activity, any operation activity, area of activity or responsibility. Or maybe any geographical location, any geographical location where any business or manufacturing activity or any of operation activity, operative activities are performed. Okay, this as like a plant. Okay, for example, your authorities need a statement at plant level. So there are two plants. One plant is the PLT01 for PLT01 for cakes manufacturing and PLT02 is for biscuits manufacturing. Okay. And third one is for chips manufacturing, may be different. Okay. So there, for example, your company needs statement, profit and loss statement at plant level or any geographical or business area location level, any department level. So you will have to make that department as a business area. Hello, Pravin.
Can you repeat that again? The plant and plots.
Okay. Are you getting me? Are you hearing me the voice? Oh, yeah.
I'm able to hear your voice.
Okay.
You
Okay.
explain.
Plant.
Business area can be different.
Okay. Plant. Business area. Okay. I will explain this again here. What is business area? Business area were used in SAP ERP prior to profit center accounting to provide departmental reporting analysis. Okay. Business area is defined for departmental wise reporting analysis. Means any department can be considered a business area and will have to be configured as a business area. Any department can be configured as a business area. Okay. Organization can use business area to track posting relating to different parts of the business and thus provide additional analysis. Pravin, are you getting?
Yeah, I'm understanding.
Okay. So we put an simple example here. Okay. For example, there are two plants. Okay. Plant 1, PLT01, PLT01 is the plant where cakes are manufactured. Okay. Where cakes are being manufactured. While plant PL202 is the plant where biscuits are going to be manufactured. Where biscuits are manufactured. Okay. In plant 1, cakes are manufactured. In plant 2, biscuits are manufactured. There are two plants. Okay. If you want to get the financial statement or profit and loss statement at plant level, then you will have to make the first plant as a business area 1 and the another plant as a business area 2. Okay. Whenever you book expenses, the business area is assigned at, for example, you are booking the expenses for plant 1. So you will have expenses as like salary expenses is $5,000. Okay. So you will have to book that expenses belonging to plant 1 in business area 1 in the line item level. Okay, business area 1 will be there. Okay, you will have to select business area.
Is assigning the expenses to the plant accordingly.
Yeah, so business area is assigned at line item level. Line item level, not into any organization, any enterprise structure hierarchy. Okay, these are business area is assigned at line item level. Okay. All the business area that you will have to configure in the system will be appeared. It will be appeared for all company codes. Okay. For example, listen me carefully. There is a complex question, maybe different cases, maybe typical scenarios. There is different showrooms. There is a bike. Honda is a bike. Do you know about Honda? Honda is a company, bike manufacturing company.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Here, bike manufacturing company. Honda is a bike. Okay. It is bike manufacturing company, and this company has different business areas. Business area 1, business area 2, business area 3. Okay. In different city. That is in Bangalore. That is in Hyderabad, and that is in New Delhi. Okay, so Honda has different showrooms, different selling points, different showrooms. These are different showrooms. Means they are different market where bikes are sold. Okay, bikes are being sold there, and on different. So these are different selling points. That is showroom 1. Showroom 1 is Bangalore, and that is business area 1. That is showroom 2. It is configured as a business area 2 in Hyderabad. That is business area 3. That is configured in New Delhi as a business area 3. Okay. So how many bikes are manufactured at the how many bikes are sold in this showroom, and how many bikes are sold in this showroom, and how many bikes are sold in this showroom? Okay. So what are the sale and what are the costs incurred on those bikes? Okay, for selling. So these have the statements. Okay, what is the profit? Okay, so different business area wise we can generate different reports. Okay, for example, there is also another unit. That is one company code. That is one company code 001. Okay. The another company code is 002. Okay. H002. That is H001. That is H002. The another company is manufacturing generator. Do you know Hyundai generator? About Hyundai generator? Okay. It is also that is separate company code. Okay, that is separate company code. And these generators are also sold on this different business area. Okay. So whenever
the bikes are getting sold.
Yeah.
So it means this generator also getting sold at a B1.
Yeah. Different showrooms. Generator also available there. It is also the product of Honda, but it is manufactured in different company plant. Okay. Company code plant. Different company code plant. Okay. So under one group. Okay. Means business area 1, 2, 3 will be appeared in the line item of H002. That will be appeared. While business area, this business area
common for both of them.
Yeah.
Business area is a common for both the company code.
Yeah.
001 and 001.
001. If there is third company code as 001, that is manufacturing washing machine and fridge, maybe AC, air conditions and fridge, this type of deep freezer, etc. Okay. So there is third company code, and those products are also available in these showrooms. So that business area will be, data will be also accessible in these line items. Whenever we book the expenses or revenue, so this will be appeared in, means this business area will be appeared all those companies which are under one client. Okay.
Correct.
So here, what is the basic purpose of configuring the function of business area is to create a balance sheet and profit and loss statement. Below the company code level, some common uses of business area are to produce divisional financial statement or segmented level reporting. Okay.
Right.
So how to configure? It depends on different. It depends on the nature of business. Okay, it depends on the nature of business. Now, how to configure the business area in SAP? So we will start.
But I can still tell you.
Hello.
Your voice is breaking.
Praveen, are you getting me?
Yeah, I'm just able to hear you again. I missed what you explained last minute because it was just cracking the voice.
Okay. I explained here. The function of business area is to create a balance sheet and profit and loss statement below the company code level. Okay. When we use, where we use business area for reporting. Below the company code level, we use the business area for reporting purpose. Okay. It is also used for a divisional financial statement. For example, there is also a part, there is a division where separate product is manufactured under one plant. So that area may be considered as a business area. Hello?
Yeah. Okay. I understood it.
Okay. As like SPRO, ING, enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, define business area. Okay. Where how to define the business area? There everything is mentioned in this document. Okay. The same menu path is for this. It is mentioned how to configure the company group and how to configure the company code. All the menu paths are mentioned in the documents in the Excel sheet. Okay. Define business area. I will put here define business area. Click on this. Define means to create. Okay, these are different business area that have been already created by others. Okay, so click on new entries. Now here put there PLT1, PLT1 and PLT2. This is the business area. Business area 1. That is the business area 1. What is my company code? My company code is PR01. PR01. PR01? PR01 or PR07?
PR01. No, 07 is the group company.
Okay.
This is the company code.
2 PR0. PR01. Okay. Means we configure two business area. Why I put here PR01? Because there are multiple company codes and business areas. So just for identification, I put there PR01 at the last of this business area. Okay, just to recognize it is our business area. Okay. And then click on save.
So we save it.
So it is so simple to create a business area. So where it is appeared, the business area. Okay, just I will show you how to assign this business area and where it is appeared. So just go back on the SAP Easy Access screen. Here put there FB50. I put there the T code for GL posting. FB50 is used for GL general ledger posting. Now here, so I will select here debit GL. And there I will select the credit GL. Here will be debit and will be credit. Okay. So for example, I am booking the salary expenses, but there is different company code. Okay. Moon, that is Moon Biscuit Manufacturing at Limited, New York. That is different. Okay. So I will select here That is for Lakshmi. This is the company code of for Lakshmi. We are practicing on this. Okay. So where business area? That is business area. Okay. Now here I put different company code. My company code is PR01. While it is appearing. Okay. I have to change this. If I click on company code, it will be changed. Okay. If I click on company code, here I will PR01. There PR01 will be appeared here. Okay. Here PR01 will be appeared. Okay. So just a minute.
We have not put yet.
So here business area. Whatever business area I created should be appearing here. Should be appearing here. Should be appearing here. Should be appeared here. Okay. Business area. I put here the name of business area. PLT01, PLT1, PLT2.
PLT1.
Okay, I will check it. This is not my business area. PL0.
Just a moment, hold on. Just a moment, hold on. Hello.
Okay, I will. PL. Okay, PL. I put here PL.
Let me check with Mr. Mahesh. Mahesh, just hold for a moment. You tested the website?
Hello.
You tested.
Your voice is breaking.
It's working.
How many business area have been created? A lot of practice. Okay, I will put the complete name here as like just again. PR. My company code is PR01. Okay. I put here PR01.
Yeah.
No, it is not appearing here.
No, not PR01. You mentioned something PLT01.
PLT01. Okay.
Yes. Go down more. Go down more.
Okay. I think it is representing by PLT. PF is PF is going on.
Yeah.
PLT is left.
Yes. Scroll down more.
It is not appearing. Okay, just a minute. Again, this I use two. Okay, this is screen. Then click on position. Here, okay. Do you know it is one company code? Okay, all the business area are appearing, which have been created under this client. All the business area are appearing here. Okay, I just want to show you this thing. Okay, there. Why it is not PLT01?
Yes.
Sometimes it doesn't.
PLT, check PLT1, only PLT1, not 01.
Okay, PLT1. Okay, that is appearing for another one. This.
Yes, this is correct.
No, this is for another company code. Okay, I'm just searching for my own company code. PR01. Okay, I put the PR01 at last. Okay. PR01.
Even we can search through that, right? PR01 also.
Yeah. Okay, I will change that because here PR01. Okay, just PR01.
So the same, yeah, PR01 we can do here also. It will search both in description and business area.
No, no. Okay, I will just searching by exploring this PR01, PR01. It should be appeared here, but why it is not appearing here? This no.
You can just exit. You can exit once
Okay,
and
I will. Then I
come
will
back to the
come.
same site.
Yeah, then I will get back. Okay, so I will go back.
Close this. Come back. Go back.
As to refresh the screen. Okay,
Yes, that is what I'm thinking for. Or it might be because of the company code. It is we need to change and search it accordingly.
okay. I will try. Yes, I will try. But it doesn't matter. Okay.
Just giving. I'm just throwing a ball with the logic. Nothing else.
Okay.
Now here, if we change the company code first,
Here.
let us change the company code. Ours is PR01. Yes. Now we check the business area. Yeah, business, explore.
No.
Hi?
No.
Something is not right.
Oh, I think we created here, but we have to search where it is appearing. It is existing here. Oh, for example, if I put there directly, okay, if I put here, what is the business area? PLT 01.
1.
1.
No,
PLT 1.
1.
Okay, I put here PLT 1. Okay, then click on enter. Okay, enter valid data. Okay, there is a data. Okay, just put fiscal year. Okay, I'm going to change here. Okay, first I will change this thing. Okay, then it will be a putting up by the system M0, and then click on it. Here PLT01. PLT1. Okay, PLT1. What does it mean? Income requirement, the number range 11 is missing for me.
I think last time also it was the same
PLT01 is taken by the system. Okay. We will show you again it. Okay. Leave it. It is wasting our time. Okay. We will show you. We will show you definitely. Okay. It is wasting our time. So we will show you. So there. Another part is segment. Segment is also important. It is, for example, I just show you there. There is a company. Praveen, are you hearing me? There is a company.
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
There is a company Nestle. Okay. There is a company Nestle, and this company has different product. I gave you the example of this in my previous class, I think. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know about Nestle? Nestle is very big multinational company.
Yes.
Okay, it has different product in different countries. In my country, Nido is very famous. That is for child. That is for child manufacturing food item. So Nido, Everyday, Cerelac, and many more items they have. So okay, for example, They have different product codes. They have different product. Okay. For example, this company, a Nestle company, require this statement that how many what is the selling volume of this product? Okay, sell volume of this product, and what is the cost that is incurred on this product, and what is the profit that is generated by only this one product. Okay, so we put we put this one product as a segment. Okay, the another product that is segment 1 and that is segment 2. Okay, so we will have to create segments. Means for different product we can create different segments. Okay, it is also a division
so
of
like
company.
We created cake and biscuits.
Yeah, it is a division of a company for which you can create financial statement for external reporting. The accounting principle US GAAPs, US generally accepted accounting principle and international financial reporting standard require companies to perform segment reporting. Means this is the requirement of IFRS. If you follow the accounting standard IFRS, either you are going to follow the accounting standard GAAP. Means you have to, then you will have to create the segment reporting. Okay, segment reporting is a divisional reporting. Any means segment means a part, partial statement means any statement of any part. Okay, any financial statement of any part or segment reporting. You can define segment in your SAP system for this purpose. You can enter segment in the master record of profit center. Just remember this. Segment is assigned not to any business area, not to any company code. Segment is directly assigned in the master record of profit center. Okay, in the master record of profit center. The characteristic segment is only released in combination with characteristic profit center. Okay, it means where you use a profit center, in that profit center there will be automatically a segment that is linked to profit center. Okay, to trace the expenses or revenue regarding to any component. Okay, any product. If no segment is specified manually during posting, only possible for transaction in financial accounting, this segment is determined from the master record of the profit center. If you forget to put the segment during posting, automatically that the profit center, there will be the profit center and the segment will be assigned in the profit center master data. Automatically the data the segment will capture the data from the profit center. This segment is defined as a sub area of a company with activities that generate expense and revenue. I highlighted here. What is the segment? Segment is defined as sub area. It is sub area of a company code with activities that generate expenses and revenues. Two things are involved. Expenses and revenues are involved with an operating result that is regularly used by management for profit assessment, for analyzing the profit, how to analyze, how to assess the profit of any product, of any item or any service, only just because of a segment. And resource allocation, how many resources are allocated, means costing. Resource allocation means costing will be calculated. And for which separate financial data is available. Okay, IFRS almost exactly the same requirement for segment reporting. Okay, IFRS, International Financial Reporting Standard. So here, what is the best example? The best example of as training point of view, any product. Okay, there are different product 1, product 2, product 3, 4, 5, 6. So there will be different segments. There are 10 products. So 10 segments will be created. There are 50 products, 50 segments will be created. Okay.
So like we call SKUs.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, yes, I will create this. SPRO, then click on enter, then click on SAP reference IMG, and then click on enterprise structure, then click on definition, and then click on financial accounting.
Under the material, right? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, what?
Segment is not under financial accounting, right?
So, financial
Segment
accounting
goes to under logistics.
No, here,
Okay.
here. For in logistic, under logistic, just observe, just see here. No, there is no segment. Okay, segment is there.
Okay.
Under financial accounting. Okay, there. This one. This is the segment. Here, profit center is also available there. There is defined. Profit center is the part of controlling module. It is not the part of financial module. Okay, profit center is the part of controlling module. Praveen, controlling is quite interesting and tough module. Controlling.
Just a moment, hold up.
These two modules, controlling and production planning.
Yeah, I think you leave. I'm not able to catch hold of him. I'll just come back.
Yeah. These two things in the whole SAP modules. I'm very impressed by these two modules, controlling and production planning. Quite complex modules in SAP. These two modules are, and too much interesting in depth of knowledge. The highly demanded consultant of controlling and production planning. Both are very interesting. These two modules are very complex as compared to others.
Even finance?
Yeah, even finance. Different segment. Production planning is quite difficult. Costing is more difficult. As you start learning costing, you will say that it is very difficult. When you start production planning, you will say it is more difficult. When you start controlling, you will say that is more complex than SAP PP. So here, segment for segment reporting. Now click on the entries. Yes, that is segment. In segment. What should I put? I put here product PRD or maybe PD1. PD1 that is cakes. Okay, PD2 biscuits. But under biscuits there are different brands. Maybe different brands may be considered as segment. Okay. Okay, there may be there is biscuit manufacturing.
Chocolate biscuit.
Okay, there is as like in my country, there is a famous company that is English biscuit company, Pick Friends, English biscuits company. That is very famous company, biscuit manufacturing companies, and it is supplying in 36 countries. In 36 countries, it is supplying biscuit in 36 countries. Okay, English biscuit companies, that is Pick Friends. Pick Friends, I think Pick Friends, the name of Pick Friends. As like Rio is a brand. Okay, if I put there PD1, that is Rio. If I put there PD2, that is Tuck, maybe Prince biscuit. Prince is also biscuit. PD2, that is also Party biscuit. So there are different brands. Okay, so I will put
different variety of products.
Yes. Okay. Now click on save. Okay, now this is cakes and biscuits. So I put the two product as a segment.
Correct.
So Praveen, is
now
it
how we will know?
Praveen, it is
how we will know that base.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me. I was asking you.
Yeah.
That how we will define that? Okay, that cake and biscuit is under this company code or this plant.
Yeah. So It is mentioned here. It is mentioned here. Whenever you will create or define a profit center, there according to that profit center means you assign profit center. According to that profit center, you will assign the you will assign the segment in the master data profit center. You will assign the master data in the profit center. If you book any revenue, there in the revenue GL, there is the GL of revenue. Okay. So the revenue GL, if you create the revenue GL, there you will create a profit center. Okay. This in this profit center there will be segment. Okay. And the master data of profit center you will assign this segment. Okay. So if you book a revenue, either you have to book expenses or cost. So you will have to assign there the profit center. That is the GL. Okay. That is the expense GL. So whatever you select here, whatever you record here in that profit center, that profit center will be integrated to different cost component. So the data regarding to expense revenue will be reflecting to any profit center, cost center, and profit center will be as a link to cost center. If any expense are recorded there, so expense will be in specific cost center, and that cost center profit center is linked under this under that profit center. There will be segment in master data. So system will analyze the data through this process.
Okay. So it's like which expenses is happen for which cost center. So that cost center is belongs to which profit center and which segment it has been expensed out.
It is very complex topic that is called a profitability analysis. Profitability analysis in controlling module. Okay, that is very complex topic, and it has it is separate books of a head 600 to 800 pages. Okay, by SAP Press.
Oh.
It is you will study that is important. Yeah. Okay, define profit center. If I click on this profit center and you want to create the profit center, then click on the first one, profit center. For example, you put there any controlling area. Okay, so I will select the M00N. I put there this one. Okay, it is not existing. I will take someone else company code there. Controlling area. Okay. So I will select this. What is the company area that should I select here? Okay, I select this and this. Okay, there is a profit center. Okay, if you want to create, if you created this profit center, so I will show you. If I want to create this one, that 1001. Okay, is like profit center. Just click on master data. Okay, this profit center doesn't exist. Okay, just. Okay, it is not fully configured here because some things are left here. It is not the standard one.
Yeah, I can understand.
Okay, so here I will show you how to create a profit center on some my documents. I will search this one. Okay, here I will search here, and here I will search the profit center, PROF profit center. Profit center accounting, profit center planning. Master data. Okay, if you use a profit center, SCH1, There you will use as a profit center hierarchy, profit center group. And first you will have to create the hierarchy there. After creation of profit center, basic data, report information. So there you will create profit center group, profit center. And here you will put the controlling area, two things here. Yeah, this is profit center. Here you put their analysis and just observe the segment here. Okay, profit center group here. I will use the department here. Okay, department, and then click on indicator and then company code address. These are other tabs. Profits of numbers. Okay. So I will show you there is another tab. Okay. In the company code tabs, there will be there. Okay. Here. Cost center. And yeah. Yeah, this is the segment. Okay, here. In the basic data tab, there is this segment. Okay, whenever you will create the profit center, there will be this segment. Okay. In the master data.
Okay. So a segment will be assigned to the cost profit center, right?
Yeah, will be assigned in the master data profit center under the basic data tab. Where under the basic data tab here, there will be segment. Okay, whatever segment you created, you will assign there. Okay, relevant segment you will assign the relevant segment. Okay, for the relevant profit center.
No problem.
Okay. Now, where cost center will be assigned? Where cost center will be assigned? Okay, I just check that one. Okay. Profit center.
There is a profit center. There is a cost center.
Okay. Okay. In the master data of a profit center, in the master data of profit center, there will be cost center, and in the master data of cost center, there will be profit center. Oh, but I will check it. Okay. Then again on sheet, there is the cost center. Okay. So if I click on this, here, no, this is not here. I will select this and cost center. Cost center. Cost center. Okay, first, second, third. Okay, just click on this. Now again, I click on the same. Click on this one. Yeah. Here, there is a profit center. Okay, profit center.
Just a moment.
Okay, under in the master and the basic data tab of cost center, there is profit center. Okay, so these are the same things. Okay, by this way, this segment is tracing the data. Okay, from cost center and from profit center. Okay. So these are the topic of a controlling module, not finance module. Okay, I provided this training to many times to others. Okay, so I provided this training. Sometime the training.
What you can do is,
yeah,
you will just take me that small portion which is required for that, nothing else.
yeah.
That's it.
Okay, just because of this thing, segment. Okay, where segment is assigned at Profit Center master data. Okay, you can enter a segment in the master record of Profit Center. That's why I show you these all things. Okay. Our next
Correct.
topic, next topic will be fiscal year variant. Okay.
Okay. No.
Should we
You
continue
want to
from
take now
tomorrow?
or no problem? That is it.
Okay, Praveen. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I will get this uploaded on my drive, and then I will share
Just
you
send me
the
the link.
drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Okay. Tomorrow we will meet. Thank you so much. Bye.